Hey guys, Brandon here. Welcome back to another video. In this one, I kind of wanted to talk about something called quiet quitting. I know we've heard about it for several years now, and there are so many opinions whirling around on what is quiet quitting and is it a sign of bad management. And quiet quitting, in essence, I'm not going to give the exact definition, but quiet quitting to me and what I've seen is employees who have stuck to the exact parameters and outline that they applied for or that they received when they started the job, and they're not going above and beyond, right? They're not going to work functions that aren't required. They're not drinking with work colleagues. They're not going to that monthly golf meetup or anything like that. They are simply doing the 9-to-5 job that they are required to do based on what they applied for, and they're going home. And the question of, is it a sign of bad management? That's a good one. So as an employee, I want to enjoy my job, I want to feel valued, and I want to get a paycheck, right? But realistically, you're not going to get all those things in most companies. No, sometimes you have to give up a good, decent job for one that'll pay you the salary that you require. And not all bosses create a hostile work environment to the sense that you are going to do less. Sometimes you just don't want to do anymore because you don't feel the company is valuing you on all these different nuanced things. It's not always just management. Obviously, you're going to get the managers who micromanage the crap out of their employees, and you get this passive aggressive system where the employee says, no thanks, I'm not going to do that, or yeah, keep hovering over me, that's not really going to matter, I'm not going to change any of my behaviors because F you. And I don't personally think that quiet quitting is a sign more on management, but it's more on economy versus what we currently have as our salary, right? If I was getting paid, let's just say arbitrary number here, the cost of living was only $50,000 a year. Let's just say that for all my wants, needs, basic living, $50,000 a year, and I was getting paid $80,000 a year, so above standard of living. I would be less likely to quiet quit because of the salary that I have. I would be more inclined to say, hey, I not only am getting my pay, but also your management style, your company, and all that is just solid. And I'm not going to do less, but I'm also not going to do extremely more and stand out. Obviously, there's outliers in both sides, and you're going to end up with the people who are already making well above cost of living, and they're still going to quiet quit because it's on the principle or of, hey, my boss is annoying me, and therefore I'm not going to put any more effort because it's going to make him look better if I am doing better. And so it's that delicate balance, but I think there's a yin yang between people who quiet quit and bad management styles. I think you need to create a system of a mixed incentive to make sure people do not quiet quit, right? So what I mean by a mixed incentive is base plus commission on work, not work submitted, but work that is valued within the company or work that is stand out. Make it merit based beyond base pay. I gave $50,000 salary to an employee, but then I told them also that for every additional or every quality that it just blows everyone away, you're going to get 5% of whatever the company gets. And so you incentivize the employee that the company isn't taking advantage of the price difference or taking advantage of connections or all of this other stuff, and instead they're treating you as the employee as the contributing member to whatever project is being submitted. So if the company makes 100,000, well, you get 5% of that 100,000. Well, goddamn, a $5,000 bonus on a project that's going to make me want to do better the next time. I am having my hedonistic need for more money being fed by the security of having a base salary, but the added bonus of the better you perform and the more you perform, the more money you're going to get. My reaction to that is, if I'm having an off week, I'm not going to feel bad because I'm going to get fired, but I have the incentive of going out and doing more projects and performing better. It leaves the hunger of wanting to get more and more done for that organization. And so management team's going to be happy. I'm not going to be quiet quitting. Everybody seems like it's proportionate to the value that I'm providing, right? I think that's where a lot of quiet quitting comes from, is the employee not feeling valued at all, feeling like a number thrown into a machine and saying, good luck, I'm going to fire you at any point. And that creates a system of negativity, I think, that people are just quiet quitting. Because if you have a mass of people that, let's just say a whole generation of people that say, nah, I'm good. Well, management can't convince them to do more because they've created an environment. The economy and overall market is going to create a similar system, which is creating what a lot of people are coining an anti-spiral. There's not really much more I want to ramble about on this one. Quiet quitting, a sign of bad management. I'd say that's my overall conclusion. Alrighty guys, if you like this video, please share it, tell your friends. I probably bored you half to death, but hopefully you found something interesting in this and are willing to have a discussion below. Let's catch up on the next one. Bye.